Hello, this is the Vantrue N4 3-channel dash cam. Let's have a first look at it. What's in the box? A cord charger with built-in Type-C cable, a suction cup mount, Type-C USB data cable, Vantrue's N4 Dash Cam, the rear camera cable, the rear camera, and adhesive sticker, the quick start guide, What is first recommended after you take out all the content of the box is to install the micro SD card. Vantrue recommends their Vantrue micro SD card from 32 gigabytes to a maximum of 256 gigabytes. Right now, I do not have the Vantrue micro SD card, but they do tell you how to format if you're using an off-brand micro SD card that's not made by them. Before turning on the camera, I'm going to install the micro SD card and then I'm going to format it. This micro SD card is very small. Alright. Oops. If you want to get to the menu, as you saw, I saw setting up the time and date. Press this to stop recording, which is the OK button. And once it stops recording, you don't see a red dot anymore. You press this button to the far left, which opens the menu. Now, you press OK whenever you want to enter, and you press the far left, the menu button, to go back. And these two arrows obviously will, if you press the right arrow, you go to the right, left arrow to the left, and you press OK, system setup. Language, you choose your language. When you begin setting up your dash cam, after you chose the time and date, let's go through what other settings you can do. So this auto LCD is, you choose how long before this screen turns black whenever you're driving. I like 3 minutes, the longest, because it doesn't really bother me for having it on 3 minutes. And sometimes I'm driving and I notice, and I could tell if, for example, I accidentally move the dash cam and I realize, oh wait, it's not right, angled right. Okay. Device sound. I put it down to 2. I think the base is 3, but that's how loud you want this beep. That's really loud, but I like it at 2. Frequency, I just keep it at 60 Hertz. I don't really think there's much of importance of difference. System info and default settings. GPS and speed unit. This doesn't really apply unless you get the additional cost, the GPS unit that Vantrue offers. In the future, I probably will get that because it would be nice to see where I'm located in the speed unit. So if you ever need to, you have the speed shown on the dash cam as evidence. Alright, so let me go back. Now let's check my record setup. Press OK. Resolution, press OK. I have it for the front, cabin, and rear. If you don't want the camera on the inside to be recording you, you can obviously change it to front and rear, or just the front, depending on what you want. And once you press OK, so I chose the front, cabin, and rear. This is the different resolution options. Since I got 128 gigabyte micro SD card, I'm going for the top option where the front camera is at 1440p. If you got a smaller micro SD card, for example, like the smallest 32 gigabyte, you could go down to 720p for each three, but I don't really recommend that because then you're losing a lot of quality in your video and you might be missing some details in, for example, license plates if you want that. So I'm going to keep it up here. Alright, so that's set. I can go back since I said that. Now loop recording. Oops, sorry. Enter. I chose or keep it at the base, the way it's set up right when you open it at 3 minutes, because I believe 3 minutes is a good time frame. 1 minute seems just too short because you never know. 5 minutes feel like it's too long. 3 minutes feels just right. So I leave it as that. So this IR LEDs, I keep that at auto. I don't really know what that means. I think it means that, but you know, I could be wrong. So I keep that on auto. G sensor, I leave it as medium. I feel like it's just depending on the kind of car you have. If you ever need to save a clip where the G sensor doesn't pick it up, if you want to manually start or manually save the clip because you know, oh, that was an important moment, I want to keep that, make sure that it doesn't get overwritten, you just press the farthest to the left button and you press that once, and that red key will indicate how that clip now is locked and you cannot delete it directly from the dash cam. Only way you could delete it is when you plug it into the laptop or computer to check the files. Now audio recording, I keep it as on because I just think it's beneficial to have the audio recording on. If I ever want to like say something, it will pick it up. Parking mode. The way parking mode works is, unless you have this wired directly to your car, when your car is off, the dash cam will turn off. But if you have, like, for example, an external battery, so once this is parked, you get the other wire that goes into the USB and you put that into the external battery. And once you do that, you turn on parking mode and you can choose if you want only collision detection or collision and motion detection. So that if you choose either one of these, when the dash cam is still recording, when it's plugged in to the external charger, it will only record based on this stuff. But I don't have that on, obviously, because I don't have a power source for the dash cam when my car is off. Exposure, this is where you can change exposure for each individual camera. I obviously don't like, you could do it up and down. I don't touch that because the exposure is just fine. WDR, wide dynamic range, I just keep it as on. Then the dash cam is able to handle like extreme bright or extreme dark. Number plate. Here, if you want to, you can go like with the numbers and the letters, and you can put in like your license plate on here. So then it just, I don't know, it's on the video once. Whenever you record, that will be on the bottom of the information. Stamp. So this is what you can choose that you want to show on a video whenever it's recording. I have all of it turned on right now, but if you, for example, think it's too much, there's too much clutter, you can turn off, for example, like you want to turn off the speed or number or GPS, but that's on your preference. Rotate display. So it just rotates this display depending if you put it upside down or something. Right. Time lapse. Time lapse, if you turn time lapse on, I have it off though, but if you turn it on, whenever you record when you're driving, the video will come out as an actual time lapse. So I recommend you just keep it off unless you actually just want a time lapse if you're driving, but I don't need that. So it's a nice feature though. So we're done with that, and that's how you set up the recording setup. Files is where you can preview the files. If you ever saved, remember when I pressed this button and there was the red key, you would find that in the event folder. So I press OK, and these are the few clips that I saved. Let me see if I can find the one from today. Maybe it was out on the top. Oh yeah, that was it here. So I'm gonna do B. I think that's the internal. Press OK. Yep, look at that. And that's me. But I think that's a really great feature, how it's so simple and clean, and it shows the actual file name that you'll see in the computer. Normal is all the other videos that you didn't save, and all is just everything in general. Well, that is going through the entire menu of the dash cam, and I hope that helps, because in the beginning I was slightly confused, but very quickly the way the setup of how to go through the menu is very easy and very convenient compared to other dash cams where the buttons are like randomly everywhere and it's not that as clear as this format. That connects to the cigarette port. It goes around and it goes down. I tucked it in, it goes there. But this, it goes to the rear camera that I wired all the way to the back of the car. I will show that later. To connect the suction cup with the main dash cam, let me just unplug the back camera. It's good that it's hard to take out, so it means it's secure. As you can see, there's a clip, and you pretty much slide this to there, and once you hear a click sound, you know it's secured, because there, right here, there is a clip right there. When the dash cam is connected, there's a clip, and once you hear a click, if you want to take it off, you press onto this and then you pull the dash cam out. Installing the camera onto your windshield. I'll be following this guide when I install the N4 Dashcam into my car. I just took off the old Dashcam. I just wanted to show you my first wiring job of my first Dashcam and how messy it is. Trying to avoid in the future. Some of it's good, but then here I didn't actually hide it, so it's very unprofessional looking, and in the back it's very messy. I'll show you that very soon. Now for the back, as you can see, the back, the wiring got really lazily done. I didn't even tuck it in at all. I used electric tape to put together, and it's just hanging here. Here it's tucked in. But here it's hanging, and you know, whenever I take something out of the trunk, I would keep accidentally tugging at this. So now that's why this wire is hanging. I just finally removed the mount of the rear dash cam of my old camera, and as you can see, the tape is very old and it's super stubborn. Like it didn't take as long as the front camera, but it still took a good amount of time. And fortunately, there's not a lot of residue because I used hot water, and I soaked a towel, and then I covered this a few times. But that's one thing I'm looking forward to installing with the N4 Dashcam, is that the front camera is a suction mount, and only the back camera will have this tape, which is going to be very helpful in the future if I want to bring that camera into another car. So my battle plan is to plug in the plug in the cigarette port, and then run it down up underneath here, up, focus, up there, and right over here to where I'll be putting the main camera right there. For the back camera, I'm going to try to wire it this way, up here, and continuing up, and I'll put the camera like right up here. My old dash cam was down here, but I kind of regret that because there's a random wire right in the middle of my back window, so I'll put it probably up there. What I've done so far is I installed the main dash cam only, and the way to lock the suction cup mount is this originally was to the left. You just twist it to the right. It might be a little hard, but once you do, it is firm on the windshield. Now I'm gonna be putting in the wire into, and I'll be tucking it into the car and plugging it into the cigarette charger. There was some wire, but the rest right now so far is hidden underneath here. And I put it and stuck it under this hard case. And out here, right here, I actually pulled out this. So as you can see, where is it? I'm right now putting it in the back here. So then once I'm done, I seal it up again. So it's protected and also hidden. Now that the installation is finished, it would make sense to show what the N4 is capable of, right? I'll be diving into first showing Vantrue's N4 Dashcam during the daylight and showing each individual clip before then showing all three combined as they would look on the preview screen on the dashcam. Nowadays, dashcams have become more frequent and necessary in this technology-driven world. The possibility of being involved in an accident is rare, but it is a chance no one wants to take. Therefore, a dashcam is ideal to help assist someone against any possible blame or fraud. I believe the Vantrue N4 Dashcam is the ideal dashcam to cover the front, interior, and rear view of your car. It can be used for everyday use, as well as used if you do driving for Uber or Lyft, or if you want to do the interior recording. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope this helped you decide if the Vantrue N4 is for you. Thank you for your time.